Hi everyone from Franco and Alpha Shooters. Let us know if you're here and see us well. And remember that from tomorrow, this video will be visible on the Alpha Shooter International YouTube channel. This evening, we have with us Tommaso Rumici, an Italian blade designer who has designed knives for Italian and international companies. If you want to ask questions to Tommaso, write them in the comments and we will see them in real time and respond to them. Good evening, Tommaso. Tell us about your activity as a designer. In short, how and when did you start?
Hi, Franco, and hi to everyone looking at us. Thank you for this interview, and it's nice to have a chance to speak to the international public time by time.
The pleasure is all ours, I suppose. It's not easy to find someone that has your competence in blade design, especially in this specific sector.
Thank you. I started 16 years ago. At the beginning, I was designing a knife for me, and then I show it to Rudy Collini, that maybe you know, that is the owner of the biggest Italian shop. And he simply told me to show the knife to someone in Maniago, and then I started with the Viper, with our first knife that was the Fearless at the time. And from that moment, I've been working as a knife designer, as a freelance for several Italian brands, and then for some foreign ones like DPX Gear and Oberland Arms and many others.
Yeah, what are your most recent projects? And you mentioned a few, but the other manufacturers who have built these designs.
I work with Fantoni, Fox, Mazarin. I work with Steel Wheel, DPX, Antonini knives, and probably I forgot someone, but every year I have a new option, and I try to work with as many companies as possible, because everyone has a different type of a different approach to knife making. And so I'm always learning new things and new ways to do my work. I think it's the real way to enrich my know-how and to offer a better service to my customers.
Let's talk about Lion Steel. And you have designed two models for Lion Steel, and these are the H1 and the H2. I have seen a couple of these samples of these blades. And my first question is, why did you want to implement the karambit design, which is very, very specific, especially with that blade that you wanted to use in this design?
Okay, so I'm very happy about this collaboration, because it's not my first time with Lion Steel, but the previous one was a pen, so it's my first knife designed for Lion Steel. And these are the knives. This one is the H2, and this one is the H1. So same handle and different blade shape. As you said, we have the typical karambit hole here. It's not meant to be a fighter, because this is a cold steel. We don't have the classical oak blade, but we have some more outdoor, more versatile blades. Okay. And here the ring is for mainly for safety. So I'm working. I don't have to worry about the knife to slip from my hand, because it's always secured in this position, or even in the ice pick grip. I can also grip the knife like a usual one, because it's very comfortable. And I can also work using the blade if I go hunting or if I have to make some precise work. So the idea was to have all the comfort and the safety offered by the Karambit, but without the blade that you usually find on the Karambit that is too specific and too linked to fighting knives. That is not what I was looking for.
Well, it's going back to the roots of the Karambit design, and basically because it was, I think, it was very initially imagined as a utility knife for everyday work, and then it started to become a fighting knife, and this from its inception. I've also noticed another detail which is very nice, and the wrapping scale that basically is in the handle. Can you tell us how did you come up with this specific detail in the handle?
Okay, this type of construction is typical for lion steel because they have a line of knives called solid knives, and they feature a one-piece handle. So in this case, you see the knife is you can use it even without the handle, and also the sheath, this is the Kydex one, is working even without the handle. And this is one piece, and it simply slips on the tang, and this is the final knife. So we started the project wanting to build another lion steel solid knife, and so we aimed to this result from the beginning.
Therefore, you had to choose a very specific steel to manufacture this knife. What are the criteria with which you chose the steel for the H1 and H2?
Okay, on these knives, we used the M390 that now is one of the best steel that you can have on a small blade, even on folding knives or small fixed knives. I usually ask to the producer too, because the steel is important, but the heat treatment is probably more important than the steel itself. So I know that Lion Steel has a long story with this material. I know that they can do the heat treatment well. So from their M390, you can expect a good edge retention. It is really stainless and it's hard, so you can cut for long times and you have a really high performance.
Well, I would take a little pause now and see if there is anyone that of the people that are actually watching us, if they have some questions that they want to ask to you in the specific of the H1 or H2 or any other question that they want to pose to a blade designer. Eventually, any question will be just superimposed on the video, and we can actually see them in real time, so that we can answer them immediately. Now, the H1 and H2 are basically the same knife, but with a different blade design. Can you tell us which one is more suitable for hunting and which one is for EDC or daily use?
Okay, so these are the two blades. This is the H1 and this is the H2. The H1 is probably the best for cutting, because you have high bevels and you have the edge has a smooth curve here, and it's really easy also to resharpen. The H2 has a straight edge here, and also a tough point. So it's probably a better suit for military use or for fighting use. So probably if you are looking for an EDC for hunting or for camping, this one would be the right choice. If you are in the military or if you are looking for something for harder works, this one could be my suggestion. Okay, so we have a little technical problem. Maybe.
Hi, Tommaso. We're experiencing some problems with Franco. I hope he can join us again as soon as possible.
Okay.
So I have another question for you. Which is the big difference between a karambit? You showed us an original karambit some minutes ago. Can we switch back to that point and show us until Franco is coming with us?
This is the famous tiger claw from Cold Steel. Okay, so this is the usual shape that you find on a karambit, and this one is made for fighting.
It's made for slashing, basically.
Yes, maybe in the past it could be useful working in rice fields because you can cut the rice plants, but in daily life is not so easy to use and so versatile. So this one is really limited. Is a knife, a nice knife, but if you want an EDC, is not the right one.
It's not okay.
And also it's very long, and you need to know how to use it, or you can risk to injure yourself.
Okay. So Franco is
these
back
are
again.
more useful and they are shorter, so it's easier even to play with them without hitting your wrist, and it's less easy to injure yourself.
Okay, so Franco is back. So Franco,
Yes.
I leave you.
I wanted to ask specific questions about the Scabbards. I've seen that you basically showed a very interesting scabbard that I think was made out of Kydex, I believe.
Yes.
That it's self-retaining. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, there are two different sheets because this is the standard one for the knife sold in Italy. In the rest of the world, the standard one will be this one, so made out in leather with several different options to attach it to your belt, to your trousers, or to your backpack, as you prefer. This one is a classical Kydex, so you have these two loops. You can remove them, you can place them this way, or you can use these holes with a tech lock or with another type of system. There are plenty of them, but they are all compatible with this sheet.
Can you tell us about the prices of these knives, and if there are specific other finishes, for example, black or kind of colored versions of the knife?
Okay, at the moment we have only 6 different variants. So 2 blades, each one with 3 colors, and the 3 colors are these. So black, natural, that means light brown, and green. There are no black blades at the moment, and for the prices, the Italian price at the moment is 175, if I remember correctly. No, 176. I don't know exactly the American price, but this is the starting point.
One more question in regards to the finish of the blade. Do you also have natural steel, or also stone washed?
These are all stone washed because this is the best finish for a knife to be used, because even if you collect some little scratches, it will hide them. So it's really practical. It's a nice finish for this kind of knife.
What kind of advantages does the fact that you can actually, remove the handle give the user? Because you showcase the fact that it's easy, and the scales can be, the scale is just one single scale that you can remove. What kind of advantage does this give?
Oh, there are several, because first of all, you can use the knife without scales or without handle. So it's thinner. If you need to put it in a tight place, it is really thinner than with the handle on. And also, this kind of construction make it lighter than a usual full tang. And obviously, if in any way you damage your original handle, you can simply ask to cold steel and buy a new one, and only taking out the 2 screws, you can change the handle with a new one without any problem. Also, this is really practical for maintenance, because you can take out the handle, oil or clean the tang, and put it back again.
This
You can
means that
also make a paracord handle, or you can do your wooden handle, because as you see, the retention is made on the lower guard here, so the rest of the handle is not interested by the kydex.
This also means that you can buy additional colors of the scale if you just feel like having different colors of the handle, and you can just buy another color if you basically are tired of the black and stuff like that.
Yes, you can also buy an original handle and make the texture that you want, or you can change the shape to better fit your handle. So there are a lot of different options.
What is the weight of these blades?
Oh, let me check, because I want to give you the official value. So we are about 100 grams. That means 3.6 ounces.
One last question in regards to the sharpening of these blades. How difficult it is, and what kind of equipment do I need to sharpen my blade at home?
Okay, so we are speaking about a high-class steel, and it's really an hard one. so you can't expect to sharpen your knife with anything you find around. If you have a good quality stone, for example, a diamond stone or something like a ceramic stone, it should be easy enough to resharpen the knife. Obviously, if you have damage on the edge, you should probably take it to a knife shop and ask them to work on it.
Okay, before asking what are your plans for the future, I'd like to ask our listeners if there is anyone who wants to place a direct question on one of your knives or anything blade related to you. And eventually these questions will appear to us and we can answer them in real time. So, Tommaso, what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, obviously, I'm going to continue my career as a freelance. So I'm already working with several companies on new projects. I don't know how many of them will hit the market and when, but I have some really interesting knives going on. So, for example, I'm working on a real interesting tool for firefighters, and that will be out before the end of the year. And I'm also working on some small backups and some other fixed knives. I have also some foldings. Maybe they will be EDC, so probably slip joints, but we'll see in the next months.
That's great. Okay, so I want to remind everyone that this video will be available from tomorrow on our international YouTube channel. And therefore, additional questions and comments can be written in our YouTube channel. So for now, Tommaso, all our best, and hopefully we will be able to talk again in the future. From All for Shooters, it's all.
Thank you so much. Bye.